Well, the problem with the GAO report, and it's really not a problem with the GAO so much as the congressional benchmarks in general, they tend to look very much at the top-down issues rather than the bottom-up issues. They tend to look at some of the legislative benchmarks which have not always been met, and we haven't seen progress on them enough to date. But it hasn't talked about the bottom-up political process, the issues of tribal and provincial council engagements, and the fact that we have a great deal of success in Anbar at getting the provincial councils to operate on a regular basis, for the tribal sheikhs to help provide security in those areas, that we are trying to replicate in other dangerous places such as the Allah province and also to a certain extent in the Shia South, where we see some violence bubbling up. And without this balanced view of the bottom-up political process that we see, in addition with what has happened on the top-down with the Council of Ministers, the Maliki government, and the Council of Representatives, I think gives an unbalanced look at the situation in Iraq today. Really focus on the consequences of withdrawal. And although there are many consequences, I would focus on two major issues. One, the security situation, and two, the humanitarian catastrophe that might ensue if we leave too soon. On the security situation, the Iraqi security forces are simply not ready to take over security responsibilities on their own. According to the Jones report that came out just a few days ago, it will take between 12 and 18 months for them to be adequately trained and get up to speed. On the second issue of the humanitarian crisis that would ensue, one thing that our security gains have been effective in doing is to make sure that sectarian violence, the ethnic cleansing, and those related issues of displacement and refugees tend to get tamped down. The problem would be if we leave too soon, that you'll have that those gains reversed, such that there will be more displacements, there'll be more refugees, and more ethnic cleansing of certain mixed areas in Baghdad and elsewhere in the country. On August 25th, General Petraeus and Ambassador Crocker assembled the senior leaders for both the military side and the civilian side to discuss how the campaign was progressing. They listened to all points of view, discussing what's going well, what's going poorly, and what we need to do going forward to make a successful campaign. The two men then went away, taking all of that advice to write their testimony in the ensuing days.
For more information, log on to heritage.org.